What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to change the fenders and the front filler piece on any 88 to 91 Civic and CRX. The CRX will be slightly different, but it's essentially the same process. What you're going to first start off with is a set of tools. Pretty much only need a Phillips screwdriver. I have a 3/8 inch drive and a 1/4 inch drive. This one is for the fenders on the side. I'll show you when I use it. And a 12 millimeter. Now, you might need the 10, the 88, 89 Civic and CRXs. The two bolts which are behind these bumper lights are 10 millimeter on the 88, 89 models, and they're 12 millimeter on the 90, 91s. If you have any other sizes in there, those are the incorrect bolts. First thing you want to get removed, go ahead and take off your corner lights. For the 88, 89s, you have the two screws on the side, and then you can slide it out. For the 90, 91s, such as mine, just remove both screws and go ahead and slide the light. It slides straight forward. You may need to mess around with it, probably a little bit forward, but go ahead and get both of those removed. Your next step is get both of the bumper lights removed. On the 90-91s, both screws will be screwed into these little brackets on each side. On the 88, 89, all you need to do is get off this outer screw, because the inside one actually has two tabs which slide into place, and then you clip it in. So there's the difference between the two sets of lights. Now, on both sides of the bumper, you have two screws. Get both of those removed. You may need to spin your tire to the left if you need to get to this side, and then to the right if you need to get to the other side. You may be able to reach it in there with your screwdriver, but if your tires are a little big and you're having trouble get to it, just turn the tires inwards and then outwards to get to the screws. Underneath the bumper, remove the two 10 millimeter bolts. One here, the other one is down on this side right there. And the last portion of your bumper is getting the two bolts off inside. I don't know if you can see them with the lighting, it's dark in there. There's two 12s here, two 12s on the other side. Now if you have the 88, 89, remember I said those are both, they should be 10 millimeter. Go ahead and get both of those removed from both sides. Once that's removed, you can see the bumper already started to sag. All you need to do, pull it around the edge, and lift, and it comes straight up. After the bumper is off the car, you pretty much have access to everything you need to get to now. The reason why you can't change the fenders while the bumper's on is you have the fenders attached to the filler piece with these two bolts right here and this third one right there. So we're going to need to get all three of those removed. So I'm changing my filler piece. So let's just start on this. Remove the two bolts right here. You have another one underneath the headlight. There's a third one on top in front of the radiator. There's one right there, same other side. And then the last two on this side. I'm changing mine because it has a noticeable dent right here, just is bent down. That one is a little bit cleaner. And the reason I'm changing the fenders, I found both of those at the junkyard on an 88 hatch. A lot cleaner than mine. This one has Bondo on it. It's actually a Bondo formed corner. Has this crazy dent right there. Other than that, that one's pretty clean. The passenger side has a dent here. There's a really big dent there. But the main thing that bugged me is it's crushed down here. Same with the rocker panel, which I'll be trying to get that fixed, but right now I'm just gonna change out the fenders and the filler piece to clean up the front end a little bit. After the filler piece has been removed, go ahead and remove this 10 millimeter bolt right there. You have three on top here. 1, 2, 3. I use a small 10 millimeter with a small socket to get to the two inside the door jambs. That way you don't scratch the door or the fender. One up top. Second one is right here. And then on your car, it's probably gonna be a third one. Mine is back there. You can see it underneath the fender. Get that one removed. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 7 more 10mm bolts, and those will be free from the vehicle. These are the splash guards that are inside most OEM Honda Civics and CRXs. They get old, sometimes they're missing, sometimes they're not. To change your fender, there's a handful you'll need to take off also. Over here, these two pieces will be back here. If you have your mud flap, it's a couple of Phillips head screws. There should be 3. 1, 2, and 3. You'll see them on here. One there, the second one back there, and the third one there. Then along the top, which connect to the fender, you have one right here. 1, 2, and 3. 3 more. These are plastic screws that are slide into a plastic washer, which expands as you push the screw into it. Get all 3 of those removed. For doing that, if that's the case, you may need to remove your wheel beforehand and raise the car. If not, if you've gotten to this point, you can still jack up your car and give you a little bit of room to get in there. If you have a short screwdriver, you can get it. Sometimes it's just easier to get the wheel off of the car. But if you do have splash guards, you will need to separate those parts that connect to the fender. And there it is, completely removed. Go ahead and apply your new fender, bolt it up exactly the same way you took it off, and repeat for the driver's side. Very easy process. Change your molding. Just get pliers, squeeze those out, pop it on to the new fender. You are set to go. Pretty easy on changing the fenders on these vehicles. It could be a little bit difficult if you're still learning for the first time. If you had any other nuts or bolts or screws that were holding your bumper or fenders together, then those are not pieces that should be there. Someone maybe it was damaged in the past and they just put those on there to help hold it into place, and I've seen it done before. But all the bolts and screws that I removed are the OEM ones that should be there, and those are the only ones that should be there. And here's a look at it, completely buttoned up. Got the new fenders on. Filler piece. All finished up. Pretty simple install. And not too time consuming. Thanks for watching. Good luck.